Hi friends, and welcome to Rustic and Lace DIY. I am so excited you are here with me today because I am participating in the Mystery Christmas Swap. And if you don't know what that is, basically we were given a name of another creator that's participating in the swap, and we had to send them a mystery box full of DIY items with 3 of them wrapped. And those wrapped items have to be used in today's videos. So here's my box. I am so excited to see what's inside. I did open it, but I didn't look inside because it was taped a lot and I didn't want you to have to be bored watching me untape it. But I'm really excited to see what's inside. When you're done watching my video, make sure you check on the link in my description box to see who I sent my box to. But my box was sent to me from Amanda at Amanda Anything Goes. And so with all that being said, let's see what's in here. Kind of nervous too. I don't know. Oh boy. Oh, and there's a cute little card. Oh, look, with some goodies. So let's see. With a cute little snowflake ornament. Let's see what's in here. Oh, look how cute. Wasn't that cute with the shoe? Dear Brenda, the polka dot bag is a treat for you, but feel free to use anything. I know you will be able to turn the 3 wrapped items into something amazing. Have fun with it. You might want to use the highest speed when recording opening the box. Sending creative vibes your way. How funny. Oh, look how sweet. Some goodies. Yay. Okay, so we'll set that aside and see what else is in here. So here's the first wrapped, but I'm going to put those at the end. Keep us all in suspense. That's what I love about Christmas, is the suspense. My kids used to drive them nuts because they hated the suspense, and I loved it. Okay, let's see. So we have some lanterns. Love it. I definitely think of some great Christmas DIYs with those. So this one I have to use. So let's see what it is. Oh, feels like a sign. Oh, a truck sign. So I have to use that in my DIY. That's pretty easy. Thank you. Not going too hard on me. And then this, this feels like a funnel. Oh, I guess she had these numbered. Let's see what that one was. Yep, funnels. I've already got ideas for this. Oh my gosh. I feel like you've been way too easy, but that's okay. I'll accept it. And then number 3. Oh good, I did go in order. Number 3 here. I don't know, this could be scary. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, well, I'm sure I will come up with something. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'll have to think about this, and we'll be back shortly.
Okay, so here's DIY number 1. So I started out with these 2 ornaments from the Dollar Tree and these handcuffs. Okay, so I started off by taking the greenery off of the signs, and then I wanted to take that burlap, or not, yeah, it's burlap, part of the words off. And I was trying to save them, so I'm trying to take them off carefully. But when it came to doing the peace sign, there was no way I could save it. So I had to go with a different plan. And I use actually some scrapbook paper instead. But once I get this all off now, it was really glued on there pretty good. I had to use my spatula to not just get the fabric off, but also the glue. But once I got it all off, I just took my scrapbook paper that I decided to use, and I am just tracing out the words, and then I just cut out those words, but I'm not going to show you and bore you to death with the cutting. And then after that, I realized that the words just did not look very pronounced. So I took a pencil actually and wrote out kind of the word piece, kind of like it was with the fabric. And here I'm just tracing it out with a black marker. And then I took my glue stick and I put it all around the back, and I am going to place them on top of the words. Now, I like the way the word joy came out. I'm not happy with the way peace came out. I really wasn't happy with that marker. But anyway, so I went on to the handcuffs. Now, they're plastic, so they came apart very easily. And I was going to paint them, but I had been doing a lot of painting earlier the day. I was kind of tired of painting. So I was looking at this thinking, okay, what could I do with this other than painting them? So I thought, well, maybe instead of painting them, I'll just wrap them in some twine. So I have this braided jute, I don't know if you call it twine or rope, whatever it is. And I just started wrapping it. I do use some hot glue in the places where it didn't want to stay, like right there, it was kind of curved. So any place where I felt like it wasn't going to stay, I just put a little bit of hot glue and stuck it in. And then I continued to wrap all the way around. And when I got to those little knobs on the edge, I'll show you here in a few minutes or a few seconds how I wrapped those. So once I got to the edge there, I just put some hot glue in. I had started off with a new piece of the twine, and I just start kind of wrapping that knob with the twine, and I just put hot glue in. I put quite a bit of hot glue because the odd shape, it didn't want to stay. So using the hot glue really helps it stay, and I just wrap it all around itself and until I get to the middle part where I could tuck the end in, and you'll just see that here as I wrap. If you want to follow me on social media, you can find the links to that as well as the links to my Buy Me a Coffee in my link tree in the description box below. So there you go. See, I'm just pressing it in and just kind of holding it down. And then after that, I took my words and I'm just going to hot glue them right on to that handcuff. And I don't know, but you'll have to let me know what you think about these. I don't know. The jury's still out. Yeah, this was my problem child. And I figured might as well start with the hard one first, right? So after I had those on there, I took some more of that rope or string or whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to make it a hanger. So I'm just cutting it down and then tying a knot. And then I just trim off the edges of that knot because I didn't want to have it sticking out. And then I didn't want that knot to be moving around. So I do go in and hot glue the knot to the back part of that. But then after that, I took this glitter pen and I thought, well, maybe that will help soften those dark lines of the peace sign. And I'm not quite sure if it really helped or not, but at least I added some glitter to it. And there I am hot gluing the knot to the back of the ornaments. And then, that, in case you didn't know, that's what they are. That's what I made these out to be, is ornaments for a tree. Then I am going to take those original little pieces that came off of the words, and I'm just going to hot glue them onto the bottom of the ornament underneath the word. I had to be really careful because that glitter glue takes a long time to dry, so I had to be really careful so it didn't start melting or dripping everywhere. And there it is. Let me know, you guys, what you think of this and maybe what you would have done with those handcuffs. So today's challenge is called the Christmas Mystery Swap Challenge. It is hosted by Brenda at Monner's Market and co-hosted by Shawnee at Glitzy Stitches. And if you check out my link, you'll see who I sent my box to, and then watch her video and check out her link, and you'll see who she sent her box to, and then so forth until you get all the way back to my video. And I am so excited about this playlist. I can't wait to see what everybody received and what they did with their items. This is like one of the most fun challenges I've ever been on. So make sure you check everyone's videos out. And here is DIY number 2. Now, there's the funnels that I received, the 3 funnels, and I'm showing this styrofoam, but I end up not using it. Some wood, or a wood dowel that I had, and some tumbling tower blocks, and some ribbons is what I use. So I knew I wanted to make this into a tree. Of course, it's kind of obvious. What else do you do with funnels, right? And so I am just putting some hot glue around the top, or inside the little part of that funnel where the tops are going to sit. And then I just pressed it in, and I tried to make sure that those edges were all even. Then I took the styrofoam ball instead of the other styrofoam. I got that, I think, at Walmart, and I hot glued it into the middle. Then I took these ribbons and I cut them down to about 6 inches, and I'm just hot gluing them all around. And I started with the bottom, the bigger or the wider ribbon on the bottom, and you want to make sure you're overlapping them. In some areas I didn't overlap them enough, so I end up kind of filling in the holes with some smaller ribbon, and it still looks good. I still think it came out really pretty. But just try to, if you recreate this, try to overlap the ribbons a little bit more. And I just go around and hot glue all the way around the bottom with that ribbon. And then I just start alternating the ribbons as I go up the funnels or the tree. And then here I start with the next section of ribbons, and I do add a few extra ribbons that are not showing there in the picture as I go up, and you'll see that on the end picture here. Okay, and once I got all the way up to the top, I wanted to cover the very top part of that. So I had a little piece of this lace ribbon that I have from Dollar Tree, and I am just going to hot glue that right on the top just to kind of cover where those ribbons had met and cover the top a little bit. Then I took one of these little wooden angels that I got from Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of little figurines. They're really cute. And I am just going to hot glue that right there on the top of my tree. I thought that would be perfect, right? A little angel on the top of the tree. And then after that, I took my tumbling tower blocks, and then this wood stick I found actually on my husband's little workbench in the garage. So I stole it from him. And so, but you could use like any kind of dowel that you might have for this. But I took 4 of those blocks, I hot glued them together, and then here I'm just adding my Waverly wax on top of it, and then I'm going to wipe it off, and then I do the same thing with that stick. Just add the wax and wipe it off. And then after that, I hot glued it. Now, if you do this, you want to add a lot of hot glue. Because of that wax, it didn't want to stick, so I had to add a lot of glue to the bottom of that to get it to stick. Then I'm going to just put a little hot glue on the top of that, and as you can see, I had kind of dug a hole with it in the that styrofoam, and so I just stick it in and hold it down. And there it is, and I think it came out looking so cute. And you can do this with any colors that fit your style. This is just the colors I'm going with in my living room this year. Okay, DIY number 3. So for this one, I used that truck that she sent me, some 1-gallon paint stir sticks, some jumbo craft sticks, a whole bunch of, well, a few regular craft sticks, and then a whole bunch of those little squares, wood squares from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to start off, I took off the hanger and the leaf and bow that was on the front of that sign. And I am just painting the back of that, the back of that sign really, with my Waverly paint in the color crimson. And then I paint, I drew kind of a outline of a window before I painted it, so that way I knew where to stop. And then here I'm just using my Folk Art brushed metal in the color brushed silver paint to paint the window. And then I do paint for the little side mirror. I use that as well on it. And then once I was done with that, I took my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink, and I am just painting the tires with that color. And then after I get done painting that, I am going to take this little square ruler and I am going to line it up along where the bumper would be and draw a line so that way I can paint the bumper a different color. And I have to admit, guys, I was looking at a picture on my laptop to just kind of help me know where to place these things. I have never taken any kind of art courses, painting or anything. And so when it comes to this kind of stuff, sometimes I feel lost. So I like to look at pictures to just kind of give me an idea of where to place things. So then I took my Waverly chalk paint in the color steel and I'm painting where the bumper will be. Now I did leave the middle part open because I want that to be the license plate. So I'm going to paint that with my Waverly chalk paint in the color white. And I'm being really careful there because I wanted to make sure that I stayed right inside, just kind of making that line so I don't mess up. Then I took my square ruler again and I am marking off where those, I guess you'd say wheel wells would be. I think that's what you call them, fenders. I don't think that's a fender, but anyways, you get my drift. I'm just making a line there and then I'm using my Waverly chalk paint in the color ink and I am just using a very small brush and I am outlining where I made those lines. And it just amazes me, you guys, how this kind of stuff just really brings the truck to life. And then here I'm just painting on a little light, but I do end up covering those with some peppermints later. And then I'm taking that same ink color and I am just going all around the truck and outlining it just to kind of make it pop and just give it some detail. And it just comes to life. I just love it. And then after that, I just kind of made some little squiggly lines here and there where I don't know why. This is what I've seen other people do when they've painted trucks, and this was kind of on the picture I was looking at too, but it just brings it to life again. Then I took those paint stir sticks and I put 11 of them together, and then I'm just adhering them with the jumbo paint or jumbo craft sticks. Anyways, you get my drift. So once that's all attached, then I'm going to add 2 more paint sticks, one on the top and one on the bottom, just to have like a border for this picture. And I just attach them with some hot glue. And I'm not even putting them completely on. I'm letting it overhang a little bit because I wanted to make sure I had room to place the truck right in between there. And then after I get them all hot glued on there, I am going to use my antique Waverly wax, brush it all on, wipe it all off with a paper towel. If you're new here, just want to say welcome. If you're liking what you see today, hit that subscribe button, become part of our family, and hit the notification bell as well. Then once I was done with that, I wrote Santa with a black Sharpie for the license plate. It wasn't quite centered, and I was trying to think of something else to add to it, but I couldn't think of something else. So So then I took 12 of these little blocks and I am making 3 sets of 4. So these are going to be the little presents that are carried in the back of the truck. So I'm just hot gluing 2 of them together, and then I hot glue those 2 pieces together to make a square. And then after I have them all hot glued, I painted one in Waverly chalk paint, the color crimson, one with the color fern, and then this one is ocean blue, and I'm just giving them all a coat. I did not paint the bottom side because it's gonna be hot glued, and I knew no one would see it. Then after that, I set it aside to dry, and I am taking these craft sticks and these little squares that I had used. I had also painted or put the antique wax on, and I am just hot gluing them to the back of the truck to make it look like, the bed of the truck. And then I took another one of those sticks and I cut it in half, and I am just hot gluing them on the top to look like rails there. Then I took the presents and I painted the red one. I put some polka dots, the green one I stripes, and then this blue one I am doing a plaid with my paint. See what I mean by I did a lot of painting? I was so done with painting. Of course, you can see I did this first, so by the time I was done with this, I did not want to paint anymore. So then I took that sign and I'm putting hot glue all over the back, and then I am just putting that right onto the brown sign. Now it's time to add the presents. I took some of these little bows that I got from Hobby Lobby in the mini ornament section, and I am just going to hot glue them right on top of those presents because all the presents need bows, right? And then after that, I'm just going to figure out where I want to place them, and then I'm going to hot glue them in place so it looks like the truck is carrying presents. So instead of Santa having a sleigh, he has a little red truck to deliver your gifts. Then I took this ribbon that I got from, or this bow that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to hot glue it right there. Now, after I did this, I thought, it would have been really cute to have a wreath there. So, and I do have these mini wreaths too. That would have been really cute. But oh well. So I took these little mini peppermint ornaments that I also got from Hobby Lobby, and I thought it'd be so much fun to put them as your tail lights. And then I put some up at the top as well, and I just think, and those are covering actually the holes where the hanger was on the truck, and I just thought those were really cute. Looks like little lights up there too. Then I took some of this ribbon from Dollar Tree, and I am just putting it as trim around those edges. Really, you don't have to put those paint sticks there. It wouldn't matter since I'm covering it up. Then I took that same ribbon and I'm just using it as a hanger, and I am just going to hot glue that on the back. And that's all there was for this one. So you'll have to let me know what you think of this. Let me know in the comment box what you thought of all of them, and if you would have done anything different with those special items that I received. But I just love the way this came out. I think it is just adorable. So make sure, guys, that you hit that like button and comment. That really helps my channel grow. It lets YouTube know that you guys like my content, and then they will promote it a little bit more. I would appreciate it. So here is the final reveal of all 3 items. I guess there's 4 there, but make sure you check the link in my description box to see who I sent my box to and what they received and so forth. And with all that being said, you guys, I hope you have a blessed day. I will be back again on Friday, which I think is tomorrow, with another video. Bye-bye.